Hey there, ever wonder what the day in the life of a customer success manager really looks like? Let's dive in. So how do we balance customer needs, company goals, and personal growth? And what happens when all of these things collide? In this video, I'm going to be sharing how I navigate these challenges, and I hope you find these helpful. This video is going to be a little different as compared to other day in the life videos. If I was going to be realistic, this would just be a video of me working at my desk. So to go deeper into the finer details, I'm going to be breaking this video into two parts where I start off with what I do at the starting of a week on a Monday, and then what happens during the rest of the week. My day usually starts around 7:30 when I wake up, have coffee, take a bath, have breakfast, and I'm usually at my desk around 8:45. If it's a Monday, I start on the plan for the week. This includes looking at the most important tasks for the week for myself and for my team. I also look at the meeting schedule for the week. So this would include both the internal team calls as well as the customer calls. I then schedule the things that I need to get done on Google Tasks or on our CRM. And I usually have around 5 main windows open. That's our product, of course, then my inbox, the CRM, and finally Google Calendar. Oh, of course, let's not forget Slack. We also have a project management tool that we use within the team. If there is an escalation or a support, that's usually when I jump onto that tool, but it's already integrated into our Slack. So if anything like that pops up, I can always stay in touch with the team. This scheduling usually takes me around 30 minutes on a Monday. Some days it can go on for longer, up to an hour at most. But after this, during the week, I only need to spend 5 to 10 minutes a day to prioritize myself. On Wednesdays and Friday mornings, I try to get some learning in. I work for a cybersecurity startup, and I have an interest in security as well. So I'm either reading new articles about cybersecurity or learning about the new features of our product. Now, this is super important because as a customer success manager, you're often seen as the product expert. You need to be able to explain why a certain feature exists and how a customer can get value out of it. These two habits of preparing in the morning and learning is something that I started to do earlier this year. Prior to that, I was actually an independent contributor and I had a lot of time on my hands to prioritize myself during the day itself. But in 2023, I got promoted to managing a team. And when you start managing a team, you very quickly understand that you don't have much time for your own tasks as you had before. And these two habits have really helped me stay well within my deadlines and also plan enough time in the day to help my team. So that brings me on to the next task on Mondays, where I usually have a chat with my team about their accounts to see if there is any meetings that they need me to join during the week or any issues I can help with. Basically, I want to make sure that I'm able to remove any roadblocks for my team myself, or if I can't do that, then get the issue in front of the right team, whether that be sales, product, support, or anyone else within the company. After this, similar to other days of the week, I dive into my inbox and start working on the emails that came in. I also start working on the tasks needed for customers. This could be preparing EBR and QBR presentations. This could be preparing an onboarding plan for our enterprise customers, attending meetings, both internal and external, and also completing any internal tasks that are needed for my team. And of course, following up on stuff from the previous week. Few things that do help me during the day are 2 books and a notebook that I always have on my desk. The first book is this one, the Customer Success Professional's Handbook. This book gives more instructions on systems and processes that are required for our customer success managers and customer success teams. While the second book is called Storytelling with Data. This is more on how to create compelling graphs and charts that help you tell a better story. It also teaches you how to create better illustrations that are easier to read on PowerPoint and Google Slides. Next is a notebook for taking notes. This is a very simple, ordinary, everyday notebook. Nothing special, except for a couple of A4 sheets that I've folded up, which I have written a couple of frameworks on, and I use these as bookmarks, but also as quick reminders whenever I want to take a look at a framework. One that I use a lot is called the QDIA framework. It basically stands for question, discussion, issue, and action. The way I use this is during a call, it's often difficult to actually note down everything that your team or a customer is actually talking about. So what I do with this framework is when they ask a question, I simply put a Q and I circle it and I write the main topic of that question, not the question itself, but just the topic. And if we have a discussion about something, I put a D and then I circle it and then I write the topic of that discussion and maybe any key aspects that anybody else had mentioned during the call. If a customer mentioned any issues that they faced, I put an I, circle it, write down what the issue was, and also try to note down any initial observations and steps on how to reproduce it. And if during the call I had an action point that I had to do after the call, I would note that down, put an A and circle right next to it, and also write down a due date for that action. The key part of this framework is that after the end of the call or at the end of the day, you need to come back to this list, go through them, and then put these lists and these items into their right places for you to follow up on. For example, for the actions, they go into my to-do list. The discussions and questions go into my CRM under the account, and the issues would be sent forward to the support team for them to action on. I do have a few more letters in this framework in addition to QDIA. I have one for feedback, one for follow-up, and for wins. Let me know in the comment section below if you want a full video about this framework. Also, if you're getting value out of this video, remember to give this video a like and smash that subscribe button if you want to see more content around customer success. All right, back to my schedule. So usually after lunch, I reopen my inbox and reply back to any emails that would have come in during the day. This can take a few hours, but after which, usually on Mondays and Wednesdays, I actually look at my customer health scores within my portfolio and other notifications that are triggered on our CRM to proactively reach out to our customers. On other days, I would have calls with customers from the United States, since my portfolio has customers from both the US and Europe. In addition to this, I might also jump on high priority tickets to work with the support team. We do this mainly to make sure that the customers get a continuous flow of communication and they don't feel like they've been forgotten. In between all of this, I'm also chatting with my team on Slack. I also jump on their calls if needed. Now, like I mentioned before at the starting of this video, these calls would have been brought up to me on Monday. So I would go into these calls knowing what to contribute to make progress and help the customers out. These activities stay consistent throughout the week till Friday. On Fridays, I have a call with the internal team to discuss what happened during the week. I also give a weekly update on the product if I heard anything from our product or engineering team. During this time, we also discuss on what to look forward to in the coming week. This call is a whole lot shorter than the call on Monday, and it's a group call where even other customer success managers can share their customer stories with the team so we learn together. And that's pretty much how my days look throughout the week. I hope that gave you a good idea of what a customer success manager does on a day-to-day basis. Since I lead a team, I do need to focus on certain team tasks. But for customer success managers just starting out, you will not be expected to drive internal team calls. However, you would still have to be on calls with the team during the week to collaborate and work through challenges. Now, speaking of challenges, even the most perfect days can have their hiccups. And it's also those unexpected challenges that can sneak up on us and lead to burnout. Click here for the next video to discover a powerful tool I use to recalibrate myself to keep burnout at bay. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Till then, cheers. Bye-bye.